For the match itself, the Super Eagles are near strength when it comes to the full team. Although we know quite well that Wilfred Ndidi would not be playing in this one. You also have Osimhen out, not forgetting William Trust Ekong as well, who has pulled out injured. But for the players who are in camp and set to play tonight, let me just run you quickly through the list of players. For the goalkeepers, we have Uzoho. You also have Maduka Okoye, not forgetting Adeleye Adebayo. Those are three goalkeepers in the squad to face Algeria tonight. You have defenders Kenneth Omeru, Chidozie Awaziem, Olaoluwa Aina, Calvin Bassey of Ajax, Zaidu Sanusi, Kevin Akpoguma, Valentine Ozuofo, as well as Ebube Duru. All of these defenders will be slugging it out for a slot when it comes to the starting lineup. Remember, for Ose Pesero in recent times, for the games he's been in charge, has favored the 4-4-2 formation. So you should expect 4 defenders lining up against Algeria as well. For the midfielders, we talked about Onyeka as well. There's Alex Nwobi. Do not forget you have Onyelika as well in the mix. The strikers, you have Ian Acho of Leicester City, Moses Simon, Ademola Lookman as well. Taiwo Awoniyi of Nottingham Forest will be leading as well. Cyril Dessers, who has scored under Pesero, will also be there. Not forgetting the inform Terry Moffim. All of these players will also be leading the line for the Super Eagles of Nigeria against their Algerian counterparts. Now, talking about the match itself, you should understand that the last 3 matches against Algeria has gone against the Super Eagles. In other words, the Algerians have won. When it comes to head-to-head, you have the Super Eagles winning 9 matches, Algeria as well winning 9, while 3 have ended up as stalemate or draws, if you want to call it that. So the momentum is definitely with the Algerians, having won the last 3 fixtures between both sides. Although when you consider the head-to-head, it's finally poised because both sides have won 9 matches apiece and have also drawn thrice. So there's so much to play for. Remember last week you had the Super Eagles of Nigeria playing the B team of the Algerian national team. This time around, it's the big guns, and you should expect fireworks when both sides play. It's difficult to call when it comes to the score line, but you know quite well that there will definitely be goals in this one. For Ose Pesero, it's all about the setup, how it lines up the players and the formation. I said earlier it favors the 4-4-2 formation. It likes playing with 2 players up front, talking about a 2-pronged attack, and we should expect more of that, especially in the game tonight. The time is 8 p.m. Nigerian time, and as I said earlier, the Oran Olympic Stadium in Algeria is the venue where the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be lining up against the Desert Foxes of Algeria. It should be intriguing, and let's just go out there and support the Super Eagles of Nigeria, even as they continue the rebuilding process in that sense, following the defeat or disappointment of missing out on the Qatar World Cup taking place in less than 2 months from now. Talking about Nigerian football and the state of Nigerian football, yes, something is happening this evening, and that's about the NFF. Yes, the NFF elections are around the corner, and so many theories are going out there, conspiracy theories. There are uncertainties regarding the polls taking place, and the candidates who are favored by certain political bigwigs, so to speak. But the latest has to do with the Ministry of Sports and Development, and that's the Honorable Minister Sunday Dare, who sent out a letter to the aspirants of the NFF elections, especially the presidential aspirants, saying he wants to meet with them by 4 p.m. today. And surprisingly, that letter did not have details of what the meeting would entail, even if it's just on the surface. And the questions, is it an agenda-less meeting? But definitely there will be an agenda, 4 p.m. And let's see what pans out. Remember, the controversy still lies with the NPFL in comatose, and speculations that from this meeting there's the possibility that the Minister of Sports and Youth Development in Nigeria, Sunday Dare, will try to sway some of the presidential candidates to his side in terms of calling for the postponement of the polls, while setting up an interim management committee to manage the affairs of the NFF. And there's also the possibility that this will go to court. Again, all of these are speculations, and they're not concrete facts. But as a result of the controversies in recent times, there are so many quarters who believe that the meeting today is as a result of that, in terms of pushing for the postponement of the polls, as well as setting up an interim management committee to manage the affairs of the NFF, while the courts probably decide the outcome of this process. It will be interesting to see how that pans out. Remember, the Nigerian Professional Football League as well, the question marks regarding the possibility of its resumption for the new season. All of these and more, I'm sure in the coming days we'll have clarity too. Talking about the NFF elections and the possibility of having a new administration to replace the Amaju Pinnick-led NFF administration, several Nigerians have also aired their opinions concerning what they expect from the NFF elections and who they think should win, especially when it comes to grassroots football development in the nation. Let's get to hear from Nigerians. We'll be right back.
Well, I want the kind of character I really from that kind of person that should maintain that hand of affairs should be somebody that is going to be detribalized. Somebody that will not have tribal sentiment. He should go, when he's going for selection, you select the best players, not necessarily where the player is coming from or who knows or who's connected to him. You should go for the best legs, the best people that can deliver. He should be an independent person. The presidency shouldn't determine for him on whom he should select or not. He should also be the president that should be given that independent hand to run his affairs.
Maybe we come outside, maybe we go from Ayege, Oshodi, make you go Onikon Stadium, grassroots of plenty for them, maybe we go find player for there.
They have to make the players feel welcome and give them more encouragement, make them feel they have something to achieve, something to be proud of. You understand? If you look at other countries, they have something to achieve. Their coaches give them encouragement, give them training, basic trainings. You understand? So if we have that kind, mentality, we can add it to our own and make our country okay, make the football federation a better place to encourage more players to come into the club.
Well, they should go for the best man, the person that has the experience. And an experienced person is what we need to be there. It's not necessarily taking a foreign coach or something. It might be an indigenous coach, but should be someone that is well experienced, that has the capacity to deliver.
The next person to be the NFF president, I'd like the person to try to bring some attributes to the grassroots of the football and the youths, especially the youths, the system of the youths, I think from the grassroots, from the age from 16 years to 25 years, you go to each of the stadium and each of the community and check youths that are there that know how to play ball and interview them and let them test their skills and their dribbling and all those things.
A person that has one mindset with the players, a person that is interactive, someone that can understand the players' situation and help them through their hard times, someone that can give the coaches instruction to make the club a better place, some kind of changes that will help the country and the club itself.
Nigerians, they're expressing themselves and it's all about the NFF elections. Again, the question marks, is it going to hold, is it not going to hold? I'm sure from the meeting with the presidential candidates, as I said earlier, we'll have clarity concerning that. But again, this is some sort of government interference in football, which FIFA definitely frowns out. Remember, we've also flirted with the possibility of being banned by FIFA in time past as a result of government interference. I hope we do not go down that path once again. That's the same path that denied the Tigresses, that's the women's national team, our basketball national team, from participating at the FIBA World Cup that is ongoing, and the representatives of Africa, or the replacement of Nigeria, Mali, has not covered themselves or Africa in glory. And we'll just watch a clip of how Mali disgraced themselves. I'm talking about the FIBA World Cup, Women's World Cup. When we get back, we'll be talking about that.